So just to give you some insights into the practice that you're going to be doing with me today, I got quite inspired earlier this week because I taught a live practice over on the Kendal Mountain Festival site, and it sort of got me thinking about what I might want to do with you through this practice today. And I'm moving in towards a series of practices around pausing for winter well-being. So when I took this practice earlier this week, and I've been teaching it again with my students, I thought there's something really special about being able to nurture ourselves well. So we'll start our pause for winter well-being with a session around nurturing ourselves well. And in order for that to be the case, you need to make sure that you have everything you need in order for you to be able to feel nurtured as we go through the session. So that could be a chair when it comes to seated work, or it could be a bolster or some cushions or blankets for you to use underneath your knees or underneath your bottom. You may like to have something warm on the ground on top of your mat so that you feel the warmth of the earth. And any extra layers of clothing that you want to wear along the way, just having them handy as we move through the practice. As always, take care of yourselves and be aware of what is arising as a result. And we're going to start on our backs. So take your time to come down onto the back of your body and just take a few moments there, settling. Allow yourself to come towards the ground as if you are resting upon the earth. So you're resting upon something that is far deeper than just the ground, the surface that you're on. Just let yourself be in that feeling of settling and releasing for a few moments. Allow yourself to sigh the breath out a few times as you exhale. And just bring yourself closer towards the ground beneath you, the earth, as though you are being held upon a soft, velvety cushion that's warm, holding you, almost as if you're merging yourself into that soft, velvety feeling that the earth provides. And set yourself an intention to nurture yourselves well during your practice today. So aware of the points of contact that you make through the back of your body and soft velvety cushion of the earth. Your body settles, bringing yourself into this space. And be aware of the space that is around you, that is above you. So the sense of expanse or spaciousness of the air above you, the room around you, or even towards the sky. Placing yourself in between the sky and the earth. Find your place of balance here. Find your center. And then begin to focus an awareness upon your breathing. Noticing that you are breathing in, and then noticing that you are breathing out. Follow your breathing naturally, almost like it's a wave in your body, rising and falling with each in-breath and each out-breath. And there's an expanse, there's a rise of the wave in your body as you breathe in. Place one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly. And notice that rise of the wave as you inhale into your hands, across your chest and into your abdomen. As the air fills your lungs, there's this inner expanse And then as you exhale, there's a hollowing and emptying that occurs. The breath releases, the hands soften onto you as your body releases towards the earth. The breath leaves your body out through the nostrils. So riding the wave as you inhale, this inner expanse, your hands rise with your body as you breathe in. And then the wave draws back as you exhale. There's a slight hollowing and emptying that occurs as the breath leaves. Can you follow the breath all the way to the end of the exhale, as if you're emptying completely, and then watching and feeling the breath exiting your body back out into the space around you. And just continue to follow your breath in this way for a few more rounds, deepening the in-breath so that rise of the wave becomes even more expansive into your hands. And then releasing and softening the wave, hollowing and emptying in the body towards the earth, just gradually settling further towards that cushion of the earth beneath you. Snuggle your chin in towards your throat so the back of your neck lengthens. And then after your next exhalation, place your hands by your sides and snuggle your feet a little closer in towards the bottom. And then on an in-breath, begin to extend your right arm up towards the sky and then over onto the ground, either behind you or out at shoulder level. And as you exhale, extend your fingertips up towards the sky and down by your side again. On your next in-breath, take your left arm, fingers in the direction of the sky as if you're drawing an arc around you, and then let it reach the ground. Exhaling, lightly draw your abdomen in for support. Press into your feet a little. Lower the arm down. This time as you take your right arm up and over on the in-breath, can you lower your head to the left? Open a little further across the right side of your chest and neck. On the exhale, lightly engage your abdomen. Notice a flattening in your lower back. Lower your arm and bring your head to center. And then again on the left side, your head rolls to the right as you take your arm up and over onto the ground behind you. And then exhale and lower your arm forwards and down as you bring your head to center. This time, take both arms with you, drawing an arc up towards the sky and over onto the ground behind you or out to the side. And on the exhale, extend your fingertips away and come back through that arc. Lightly engage your abdomen, press down into your lower back. And then again, inhale, extend through the arms, lengthen up and out towards the ground. Exhale, press through the shoulders, extend your fingertips away and then lower down. And I'd like you to continue with this flow. Both arms extend together, up and over. And then on the exhale, lightly engage your abdomen and draw your left knee in over your belly. Take a hold of the top of the left knee. And then as you begin to inhale, start circling the knee away from you. And then let the exhale circle it round and back over your belly. And circling the knee 2 or 3 times in this direction. Press a little into your right foot just to bring the sense of support there through into your right leg, into the hip. And then change direction. And if it feels okay for you, release your right hand to the ground. So you're moving the knee around the hip as if you're drawing a circle with your left hand. And then if you would like to explore that a little more further, begin to release the left arm and actively circle the knee around your hip on the left side. And you can change direction when you're ready. So it's like you're awakening the left side of your pelvis, your left hip. And your circles can begin to expand a little wider if that feels like something you'd wish to explore. When you're ready, Bring the left knee in and place your hand behind the hamstring, the back of the thigh. And as you inhale, begin to extend through the heel up towards the sky. Lengthen along the leg. And on the out breath, soften and draw the knee in over the belly. Breathing in, extending up through the back of the leg, just within a range that feels useful for you. So it's not too much, it's not too little. And then you release on the exhale. The next time you come up into that extension through the leg, inhale and push your toes away. Stretch along the front of your foot. On the out breath, spread your toes and push your heel away. So taking that, stretching up through the front of the foot and then through the back of the heel a couple of times. And when you're ready, inhale, take the arms up, push through the left heel and press into your right foot, anchor into the ground, and then on the exhale, draw the left knee in and stretch your right heel out onto the ground away from you. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, round into your shoulders and draw your nose in the direction of your left knee. And then on an in-breath, expand your arms out and let your left leg reach the ground. So it's almost like you're making a star shape with your body. And exhale, soften there, release into that soft, velvety cushion of the earth. Breathe in and expand again into your shape. And then as you exhale, bring your feet back onto the floor, and this time bring your right knee in over your belly. And we're going to start to take the circles again on the right side. So we'll take the same pattern that we did on the left now, over on the right. And you start with both hands on the top of the knee. Just take that feeling into your hip. Notice if there's something different on this side. Changing direction when you're ready, and then you could begin to take the movement with just the one hand on the knee, if that feels okay for you. Otherwise, feel free to keep both hands there. Changing direction, and then how does it feel to work with just the knee? So your leg is active in this opening, circling movements, drawing in, opening, and coming round. It's almost like you're drawing a circle around your hip on the right hand side with your knee, and your foot is relaxed, so try and release tension in your foot there. Okay, keep that knee drawn in over your belly and bring your hands behind the back of the hamstring. And as you breathe in, start extending, explore some length through the right leg. And on the exhale, soften, abdomen draws in, knee releases over belly, foot is soft. You may like to press a little into your left foot as you then expand with the in-breath through the right heel. And then on the out-breath, lightly engage the abdomen so you find that support coming in for your lower back and your pelvis. And then we'll start on the next in-breath, coming up into that leg raise. And then when we breathe in, pressing the toes away, almost like you're pointing your toes up in the direction of the sky. And then on the out breath, let your toes spread themselves as you extend through the back heel. And taking this a couple of times, keep your chin lightly drawn in towards your throat. So I should have said that if you notice your chin rising up, then you can always place a cushion or a block underneath your head. So for future reference, a bit of support there for your head. On your next exhale, draw the right knee in, place your hand on top of the right knee and extend your left leg away. On your next exhalation, round through the shoulders, lift the head off the ground, and then breathe in and expand yourself into star-like shape on your body, on the back of your body. And then on the exhale, gather the whole of your body into yourself, almost like you're rounding into a ball-like shape. Release down, keeping your knees drawn in, the head and the shoulders come back onto the ground, and then sway a little from side to side. Nurturing sways. Be kind to yourself. When you're ready, come on to the side of your body, pausing for a few moments. And then take your time to come up to the back of your mat. And we will start to rise ourselves back into upright positions. We're going to start small and we're going to grow tall. Okay, so we start in a child's pose, but if you find this position is a little too tight, a little too closed for you, then you could come up a little further, resting with your head onto a support, so a bolster or some blocks, just making sure that you're not folding too deeply towards the ground. Otherwise, hands can rest onto the back of your body, chin draws in a little. So let yourself exhale into the earth. And then with your in-breath, begin to rise away from the earth, just a little way with your spine and your head, and you can release your arms out away from you. As you exhale then, release down, soften and merge in the direction of the earth. Inhale, come up a little further, rising with the spine, keeping your chin drawn in. Exhale, draw the abdomen in as you fold, belly towards the thighs, head towards the earth. And then again, inhale to come up. Exhale to release. Breathing in. This time, come a little further onto the knees. Exhale. Take the hips back, hands place to lower back. Inhale this time, rising even further with your hips above the knees. On the exhale, you begin to take the pelvis back, hands come onto lower back, you soften towards the earth. This time start to involve your arms. Almost like the wings of a bird, they're effortlessly floating in the direction of the sky. And then on the exhale, they effortlessly circle themselves back towards your spine. And as you circle your arms, imagine you're enveloping yourself within a vast circle. It's nurturing, energizing, uplifting, whatever that may be for you. The next time you breathe into your circle and you rise up onto the knees, exhale and rotate yourself to the right hand side and let your arms soften by your sides. On the in-breath, expand the arms back out again, come center, and then on the out-breath, take yourself to the opposite side. If it's useful for your neck, you could look over the back shoulder. Breathe in center, exhale, come back through your circle towards the earth and soften into your shape on the ground. Wait for the in-breath and then rise back up slowly. And we'll take that once more. To the right, taking your gaze, if that feels okay, towards the wall behind you, inhaling center. Exhale to the left, lightly draw your belly in towards the spine. Inhale, center. And then this time, as you exhale, you take your pelvis back and lower your hands onto the ground in front of you, bowing down. Pausing there once more. Bring your hands to your lower back, and as you breathe in, come back onto the knees. Your arms come out at shoulder level. Exhale, sigh. Bring your hands onto the top of your thighs. I'm going to start working you through towards a downward facing dog. So really taking your time in this sequence to listen, to know what is right for you in each moment. As you breathe in, lift your chest as if you're rising, lengthening along the front of the body. Hands slide towards your hip creases, shoulders are spacious. As you exhale, take your pelvis back. This is slow. There is no rush here. Slide your hands on the ground and then breathe in as if you're pushing a ball along the floor with the crown of your head. Come up onto all fours. Stay here as you exhale. You press into your hands, press into your knees, press into the tops of your shins and your feet. On your in-breath, tuck your toes under and lift your knees a little way off the ground. And then on the exhale, coming into a downward facing dog, take your pelvis up in the direction of the sky and away from your hands. Now you're welcome on your next in-breath to roll back onto your knees. And then on the next out-breath, to come back into your down dog. So you explore between those two shapes. And obviously, there is no great rush for you to get to your down dog. If you'd prefer to stay moving between a downward facing cat and an upward raised cat, then that's where you go. And those of you coming into your down dog, bringing yourself back up, you can begin to explore through the heels, almost like pulsing. So you breathe in and one heel will extend down, the opposite knee releases. You breathe out, the other knee bends, the opposite heel goes down. Like you're walking a little, stretching through the feet, and also just allowing yourself to almost nudge yourself into this shape. When you're ready, lower your knees down completely, and then wherever you are, everyone comes back towards the ground. On the in-breath, your arms come out at shoulder level, lift into your shape here, and then sigh. On the out-breath, your hands slide away from your hips. As you breathe in, slide them back up again. Find that space across the front of the torso. And then on the exhale, pressing down, extending and releasing towards the earth. Hands slide out in front of you, coming through onto all fours slowly on your in-breath. And then exhale here, press into the earth, gather in around your core, feel the earth beneath you. And then let that extend itself into your body. Inhale, tuck your toes under, lift your knees a little way. And then on the exhale, take your pelvis in the direction of the sky, as if you're drawing a line diagonally from your hands along your spine towards your pelvis, and let it lift. And then as you exhale, this time explore your down dog with both heels. So you're moving into your triangular shape with your body. And obviously, if you're not working into a down dog, then you could flow between the cat posture and explore when it's right for you to come into this shape. There is no pressure. Be with your breath wherever you find yourself. And then over the next few moments, start to walk
your hands and your feet towards one another. So you come into the middle of the mat somewhere, let your feet be parallel to one another, and you're in a forward fold. Really soften into your knees so that your belly and your thighs can meet. And then hug yourself here. Just take a hold of the outer edges of your arms. Draw your chin in towards your throat. Press down into the feet. Come back to your breath. And then let your deep in-breath rise the arms out. Lift your spine. Keep rising. Keep lengthening. And then exhale and lower the arms by your sides. Keeping your chin lightly drawn in towards your throat. Coming to an ujjayi breath. Soft and steady in your system. And ujjayi breathing has that wave-like quality of sound. So if you're not familiar with ujjayi, imagine the breath creates the sound of a soft wave or breeze. It's like a gentle sigh. And you can snuggle your chin in to create that light friction in the throat. And press down into your feet, and your breath guides you from the ground up, almost like you're filling a cup with water as you breathe in. And then you begin to empty the cup as you breathe out, and it takes you back towards the ground. Find a point of focus on the ground in front of you. We're going to move into a balance here, so if you would like to position yourself around the room so that you have support should you need it, then please do so. Pressing down into the left foot, let your left toes spread. Activate your left leg, so you draw your kneecap up on the left side towards your hip. And then begin to follow that steady breath. That ujjayi breathing is very focusing. And start to raise on the right foot. So you begin to lift the right toes off. Almost like you're coming into a crane. And you can release into your left knee, so you have that support coming in through the left leg. And on your next in-breath, take your right knee out to the side. And then as you exhale, place your foot onto your body. This could be on the ankle, so your toes are on the ground. This could be on the calf, or you may like to explore taking the foot in towards the inner thigh. Find a place that is most focusing for you, so you feel balanced. And with your breathing, begin to inhale. Fill your cup with water again as you extend your fingers up towards the sky. Keep lengthening in your body. Keep filling your cup with water as you inhale. And then on the exhale, as that cup begins to empty, come down to the sole of your left foot and let that emptying sensation continue to root down in towards the ground, deep into the earth. Then when you're ready, exhale and release, and stay with your breathing. Pressing into the right foot, let the right toes spread, activate the right thigh. Breathing in, begin to explore with your left knee, the left toes, almost like they're dangling on the ground. And then a little higher. Though you're welcome to keep them there on the ground. This side may feel different for you. Soften your right knee and then begin to breathe in and explore with the left knee out a little way. Before you exhale and you bring the foot onto your body in a place that provides you with a sense of balance. You still feel supported.
And if you feel a little wobbly, then that's absolutely fine. Find a wall, find a chair top, find something to just give you that reassurance you're okay. Begin to start filling your cup with your breath. Inhale through to your fingertips up towards the sky. Keep filling your cup of water. And then exhale, and there's a softness as your cup begins to empty. And you find yourself coming down through the body. Your hands are still elevated, but your focus goes down through the body as the breath empties towards your right foot, and that continues down through in towards the earth. And then when you're ready, exhale and release everything down. Place your feet alongside one another, staying with that Ujjayi breathing. As you breathe in, take your arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, soften your knees. The abdomen and the thighs begin to meet and then roll into your hug. On the in-breath, extend yourself halfway out from that shape. Exhale, abdomen and thighs meet again, arms touch into your hug. As you breathe in, let the arms drift out to the side, raise your heart, extend towards the sky, and then exhale, bending the knees, abdomen and thighs, round the shoulders, hands meet the arms. Inhale, release the arms, lift your chest, raise yourself halfway. You could lengthen your legs a little here also. And then exhale, the knees release, and you round into your fold once more. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out to fold down. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, releasing down. Let yourself be in your hug for a moment before the in-breath brings you up. And it's these little self-hugs. We'll take this once more. They just remind you to pause, to take care, and then you can breathe in again and explore with that sense of care. The exhale brings you back into your hug. And then the inhale, you come back up to stand. And then on the exhale, lower the arms down. Just take a few moments to pause here. You could sigh the breath out. And then turn your right toes out a little and take a step forwards with your left foot. And really press down in through the back foot, soften into your left knee. Focusing with your breath. On your in-breath, front knee bends, the arms extend alongside your ears. And then as you exhale, draw your elbows, let them sweep past the rib cage, almost like you're squeezing them towards one another. And then on the next in-breath, push your hands away, push through thick air, muddy water, and then pause and let your hands face one another. With a sense of lightness, expand your fingertips up towards the sky, and then exhale and bring yourself back with your arms by your sides. Your front knee returns. Inhale into warrior. Exhale, let your elbows sweep past you, space across the front of your shoulders, and then breathe in and push your hands away. It's as though you're pushing away anything that is unnecessary here. And then as you exhale, pause, and with a sense of lightness, expand back up with the arms, lengthening through the front of the body. Exhale, bring yourself back. And we'll try that once more. Depending on your pace, you may like to do it twice more. I'm just going to do it once more. The breathing is a little slower. So the breath in really extends the hands away. any uncertainty, lack of clarity, come back then to a place of lightness, certainty, and then let that expand up back into your warrior. Exhaling brings you back to your starting place. Step your feet back together. Just take a few moments here, find a little moment of stillness, and then let your left toes turn out. Take a step forward with your right foot, press down through the feet, soften into your front knee, anchor in through the back thigh, and let the in-breath bring you back into your warrior. Exhaling, the elbows sweep past. Inhale, pushing away. Press into your feet as well, so your hands and your feet are connected. Pause on the out-breath, and then lightness on the in-breath extends you back up. Exhaling brings you back home. And again, so depending on your pace, but really try and slow it down. We're not in a rush here. We're here to explore some new ideas around movement, feeling, and possibility. So you may like to do this once more if you're moving a little slower, or twice more if your pace is a little quicker than mine. And this is what we're here to do in yoga as well, is to kind of figure out what our inner pace is. And then that way we can truly nurture ourselves. And perhaps if we slow our pace down, then that's when the real possibilities arise. That's when we can truly begin to nurture ourselves fully. When you've completed, just bring yourself back to standing here. I'd like you just for a few moments to experience, feel the energy that you are made of. And then breathe in fully, and as you exhale, sigh the breath out. Take another breath in, and then on your next exhalation, start to walk your hands down your legs, coming back down onto the ground. Stretching your bottom towards the heels, and extend your hands away from your shoulders. And if this position is cramped for you, raise your bottom and keeping your arms stretched out on the ground, or you could soften your elbows to the earth. On your next in-breath, come through with your chest and your pelvis. And then as you exhale, lower yourself down carefully to the ground. Bring your hands alongside your rib cage, your elbows point up towards the sky, and your toes extend away from your hips. As you breathe in, riding the wave of your breath, raise your chest and your head off the ground. You could look forwards towards the top of your mat. Exhale, draw the chin in and start to lower your head and your spine, the front of your body towards the earth. So your breath and your movement now is wave-like. Inhaling and rising, lifting the spine, lifting the head. Exhaling and lowering, emptying, drawing in towards the earth. And repeating this 2 or 3, maybe even 4 more times again, depending on your own pace. But I'd like you to slow it down. So your deep inhalation rises you gradually, and you find a little more. Can you complete the inhalation? And then a long exhalation, the glass begins to empty, and it lowers you down. It's so gradual.
And then you merge with the earth. And the next time that you come up, I'd like you to slide your hands so they're in front of you, and then stack your shoulders over the elbows. If this feels a little too intense, take the elbows out at shoulder level and turn your hands out a little away from the elbows. So you either come into a position with the elbows under the shoulders or take them out more like a cactus position. And then with your hands gripping the mat, almost as if you were to open a jar or close a jar lid. And then with that action, as you breathe in, imagine you're pulling your chest or your heart towards the wall in front of you, keeping your chin lightly drawn in. And then on the exhale, just begin to engage your abdomen back towards the spine a little. Let your pelvis anchor and then extend through your toes. So find the earth as you exhale. Find the wall in front of you or the space in front of you as you inhale. Let's take the wall out of the way. So find the space in front of you as you inhale, as if you're gliding through that space with your breath. And then find the earth as you exhale, anchoring in through the abdomen, pelvis, and the legs. And then slowly release down. Bring yourself onto the back of your body. Take your time to arrive. Draw your knees in over your belly. Place your hands on top of the knees. And as you breathe in, lightly let your knees roll away from you. And as you breathe out, roll them back in again. Breathing in, softly the knees roll away. Breathing out, softly the knees roll back in. Deep in-breath. Find that space through the torso, through the hips. A long out breath, massaging through lower back, rolling in over the hips, onto the belly, and again, once more. Lower your feet to the ground about mat distance, bring your arms out at shoulder level. Take a breath in here, and on the out breath begin to roll onto the outer and inner edges of your feet as your knees roll to one side, your head in the opposite direction. On the in breath, come center, the knees and the feet, and on the out breath, over to the left. Your head rolls in the opposite way. So taking this now 2 or 3 times to each side, and if you'd like to stay for a breath or two, please allow yourself to do so, breathing into any areas of tension or where you feel would benefit a little more freedom or space. And the possibility of relaxing there, allowing your back of your shoulders, your pelvis to settle again in the direction of the earth each time you exhale. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Sigh the breath out. Bring the knees in over your belly. Just hugging yourself here in a kind way. Again, rocking, if that feels like something you'd like to do. And slowly coming onto your side. Take your time to come into a seat of your choice, placing on any extra layers if you need them. And we'll just close with a short meditation. So you may like to sit cross-legged or in kneeling, or even come onto a chair. And you're welcome to take this part of the practice lying down also, so just recognise what it is that you would like to do in this moment that feels most beneficial for you. And we're going to focus on kindness in our meditation. And just to begin, come back to a natural breath. You're observing your breath in. You're observing your breath out. And it's almost like you're drawing a circle with the breath. So bring your awareness to the belly and begin to inhale and draw half a circle in the direction of your heart as you breathe in. And then from the heart, draw the other half of the circle back around and down towards your belly as you breathe out. So half a circle towards the heart from your belly as you breathe in, and then the other half of the circle from your heart to your belly as you breathe out. And mentally repeat, I breathe in the direction of your heart, and then mentally repeat, I breathe out in the direction of your belly. So you're drawing a circle with the breath, pausing at the belly, pausing at the heart after each in-breath and out-breath, and mentally repeating, I breathe in, I breathe out. And just continue in this way for a few more moments. And then when you're ready, when you pause at the heart, at the top of your in-breath, place the word kindness. And then when you pause at the belly, at the bottom of your out-breath, place the word kindness. I breathe in kindness. I breathe out kindness. I breathe in kindness to my heart. I breathe out kindness from my core. And then just let go of the words and be with the feeling of kindness. And it's almost as though every time you breathe in, you're breathing in kindness from the world, from your loved ones, from your environment. And then every time you breathe out, you're offering that kindness back into your environment, towards your loved ones and out towards the world. And it's almost as though kindness just touches every part of you in order for it to be offered out again from you. And just letting go of the practice, maybe sigh the breath out a few times. Rub your hands together vigorously and then place them
in a kind way over your eyes. Maybe even allow yourself to smile. Open your eyes with your hands over them and then let your fingers spread so you welcome in the light of your day, the colours. And just acknowledge the time that you have set aside to nurture yourselves well in your practice today. Be aware of the shifts, the changes that have arisen for you. And take the feeling of kindness and being nurtured with you into the rest of your day. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and take care.